In 2017, the City of Destin, after recognizing that we needed to do an educational program to make people a little bit more aware of our environment, not just our beautiful white beaches, but our waterways, our forest lands, we started a number of initiatives. And the first one was Leave No Trace Behind. And it was mainly geared towards not leaving trash and items that you took to the beach when you left the beach. And so we began the Leave No Trace Behind just for the aesthetics of keeping our beaches clean. But since then, it's kind of morphed into being a little bit more environmentally concerned about our marine mammals and birds, because a lot of the stuff that you leave behind on the beaches can also become a hindrance and hamper the well-being and the success of our sea turtles and our seabirds in their nesting areas. And one of the important groups that are really concerned and have an impact on the marine animals along the Gulf Coast is the Gulfarium Care Center.
Yes, so the Care Center here is a nonprofit organization where we act as a beacon of coastal conservation through marine rehabilitation and rescue, encouraging awareness with public education and opportunities for active participation. Currently, we have 11 juvenile to adult and subadult greens, loggerheads, and Kemp's-Ridley sea turtles here. We can range anywhere from up to comfortably about 26 sea turtles in our Care Center habitats. So one of my favorite cases we currently have is Miss Eva. She is a subadult loggerhead that was caught off Okaloosa Fishing Pier. So she was caught just from a foul hook in the flipper, but when she got brought in, she actually had a severe entanglement wound in her left front flipper where her bone was actually exposed. So because of that hooking incident, we're able to now treat this more severe wound that she could have potentially lost her flipper from if we didn't bring her here into the Care Center.
So now we've started a lot of initiatives in trying to encourage not just our visitors, but our residents as well to be more environmentally concerned about everything around them.
So sea turtle survival from hatchling to adult is very, very small, and at every single stage in their life, they face many obstacles to get there. So when you're starting at a hatchling, you have to crawl all the way from your nest into the beach, and you could run into a hole, you could run into a sandcastle, and that's gonna give that turtle more susceptibility to predators, birds and crabs, foxes, raccoons, all of those guys are trying to eat these hatchlings as they're going out into the water. And then once those hatchlings get out into the water, they're now exposed to plastics, and they're ingesting those plastics because they don't know that it's not food, and everything looks like food to a baby sea turtle. And as they get older, that plastic source continues to be a great threat to sea turtles, as well as boating activities, being struck by a boat, fishing nets, being hooked by fishermen, bycatch and fishing trawls. So their life doesn't get easier as they get older, it almost maybe gets a little bit harder for them.
And it's real important that you don't leave any hooks or line or any type of refuge, because it's very important not to leave that there to the detriment and safety of our marine animals on the beach.
I think Leave No Trace is one of the easiest things that people can do and one of the most important things people can do. So on our beaches, if you guys have been out here this year, there's been a bunch of trash. Not only do sea turtles ingest that trash, the hatchlings do, the adults do, they can also become entangled in it. So people leave their beach chairs overnight and the adults are coming in to nest. They can hit that object and false crawl and they won't even nest. So I think that's very important for us to only leave our footprints, pick up our trash, and not only at our beach. So if you throw your trash in the street, that could eventually get into our waterways, which could potentially be ingested by a sea turtle. So it's not just at our beaches that we need to be cognizant of Leave No Trace, it's everywhere. And everybody can do it so well and so easy. We love where we live here in beautiful Florida, and we can all play a vital part in keeping our beaches clean.
It's really important that you take pride not only in our environment, in our clean beaches and clean waterways, but you also need to realize the environmental impact and everything that we've talked about here today is important, not only to us as humans, but to the animals and the resource itself.